these dots here. Ooh. Oh, hello. This looks like a mighty fine piece of grass. Very beautiful. And you know, with this kind of architectures, it's constantly being built. Hello and welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Traveling the World using Google Maps Street View imagery. Today I have something for you that I would say is kind of interesting. It's less of a journey and more the exploration of a place that, in my little opinion, seemed quite unique. This place has the name Mont Saint-Michel and is, well, what I naively would have called a castle, but actually an abbey, in the Normandy in northern France, close to the island of Jersey, if you even know that island, the British island of Jersey. Um, I will give you a few information about this, just because. Just because. It's a Gothic-style abbey that is perched on a rocky islet in the midst of vast sandbanks exposed to powerful tides. At the limit between Normandy and Brittany stands Wonder of the West, a Gothic-style Benedictine abbey dedicated to Archangel Saint Michael. This Benedictine abbey, founded 966, was erected on a sanctuary dedicated to the Archangel Michael since 708, and so on and so forth. But it is the masters of the Gothic period who, benefiting as best they could from the restricted area, invented the high walls, the soaring masses, the open volumes, the airy pinnacles, the sharp silhouette of the rock. Yeah, this is, by the way, UNESCO World Heritage. Here they list the different criteria why this particular building is part of the World Heritage. For example, through the unique combination of a natural site and architecture, unequaled ensemble, as much because of the coexistence of the abbey and its fortified village. So it is an abbey that has also a village around, which is something I didn't know when I saw it the first time, which must have been in some kind of YouTube short, which is maybe also where you see it the first time now. Yeah, and it's one of the most important sites of medieval Christian civilization. One of the things that is particularly interesting is the tides. There's a certain dam structure in place. I don't really know where, if it's at this abbey or somewhere else, that regulates the water so it doesn't kind of just overflow. But, of course, if you want to visit this place, you have to check the tides. You have to check the tides. There's some kind of buffer zone, which I believe is the area where the tides come. Or just, no, it is not. It is an area that includes 130 communes. Its boundary was defined based on a landscape study where the Mont Saint-Michel, the principal panoramas, and the Montoyes are all visible. So basically, from 130 communes or villages, you can see this castle, and somehow, in one way or other, all these communes seem to belong to the World Heritage here. You know, they put often ensembles as a heritage, not just the thing itself. Yeah, I think this is some information. I'm sure that the history geeks amongst you want to know, what kind of rock is it, who built it, what kind of lord did it. I personally am not so interested in that. That's why I would say, let's go onto the map. We are here. The closest, biggest city is probably Rennes or Le Mans. Here's Guernsey and Jersey, these two. I believe British islands, although Guernsey now looks quite French to me, but Jersey. No, this is France. Is it though? Well, it's not the matter of this video to bother with some islands. Let's care about this church here. Now, how I want to do it is I want to go here to this massive visitor parking lot. And massive, I mean massive. Just to give you an idea, I'm going to use the measuring tool. 300 meters on 300 meters, which makes it 900 square, 9,000 square, 0 point. It's a big place. And yeah, I want to start at this parking lot. Pretend that maybe I'm on a day trip from Paris. I've just parked my car somewhere. Yeah, I mean somewhere here. Let's say this little Renault there is my car, because why wouldn't I have a Renault? And let's go. I'm doing this also in this way for two reasons. One of them is that I got a little bit tired of the big cities and I wanted to have some kind of peace and countryside vibes. The other one, oh, here we can see it already. Well, that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. No, the other reason is that I'm coming from this village, traveling to the abbey because of the site, because it is also so famous, because you can see it from, a few miles away. And I really want to have that view. Apparently you can also not go any further with your car here, which is interesting. But you can, but you need some kind of ticket. This looks already like a beautiful tiny French village where I heard you could get a nice croissant somewhere. But maybe it's just rumors. Maybe it's just rumors. But in a way, that's kind of how I've done it in many videos, to not only show you the thing, but also kind of how to get there or what's around the thing. At least this would be my ambition. It looks posh. I don't know if this is a thumb rule for France, that small places are posh and big places are too. What kind of bus is this? What kind of bus has wood on the side? And what kind of... Surely some new electric bus, huh? Well, I mean, I suppose even by French standards, this is quite something of a site. So, some investments need to be taken here. By the way, what I read on Wikipedia, which I didn't read to you right now, is that never ever in all the hundreds of years was this abbey or this fort conquered. So much so that, in various fights against the Brits, loads of Brits could be easily defended by much less Frenchmen, just because of this crazy architecture, the tidal waves. It's a kind of easy to defend sort of place, at least that's how I understood it. And yeah, here in the distance it is already. Isn't that just crazy? Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones comes to mind. Absolutely something. I mean, the landscape here in the Normandy is famous anyway, with all the cliffs. But something like this was just too good to not go and check it out. Especially because, and you will see in a moment, we can actually travel through this little village that is basically around the abbey, which I suppose where, I don't know, maybe some priests and some other church people lived. But I have to say, I mean, this bus is quite something, and now we have these horse carrier here with these medieval costumes. Crazy. In terms of transportation, it's really next level here. Now I have a little bit of a problem because for some reason or other, the street view footage doesn't go all the way to the abbey. But here's another little part of it. Must have been something wrong. But also this is already from 2009, so don't be surprised about the thing people are wearing. But yeah, as you saw earlier, there was a newer boardwalk being built that, you know, also would be underwater sometimes when the tide comes. But this is the old street here. Of course, this is still the same beauty, absolutely stunning. I wonder if this parking lot is still here. Yeah, kind of. But just for these buses, you know, it seemed like they have changed their mind and you cannot go there with a car anymore. Not so close. How big is this thing? That maybe is something that would interest you, because it does interest me. 200 meters. Oh, yeah, so it would be like 500, 0.200 and 400, 600. Well, you name it. And yeah, here we are. Loads of tourists from all over the world. That does not matter much now. I will try my best to get up there myself. By the way, it's not only like an old historic city that is kind of like a museum. There are actually hotels and restaurants and shops. But of course, it's not like, you know, there are no industries. I guess everything that is here because of the tourists, which is fine. I wanted to look at these postcards here. 2015. Yeah, pretty damn cool, pretty damn cute. I need to go up here. It's always easier said than done. And on these tight spaces, Street View doesn't really work so great. Oh my god, it's tight. I'm basically circling the thing, always getting a little bit higher. No, not so easy, let me tell you. But it's a crazy place, isn't it? I've never seen anything like this. Maybe there are other places like this, like very sort of remote, epic, picturesque fortifications. But this one here is really quite something. Very sort of nice atmosphere. A little bit, as with so many places, a little bit, you know, destroyed maybe by the amount of tourists, but what can you do? It seems that people live in the belief that there's only a limited number of things in the world worth seeing. All right. Oh, here we get the first view already. We must have come from here. Yeah, it would be crazy. I can show you later an image, maybe when there's water around it. Definitely worth seeing. But here, I mean, despite there being many tourists, or maybe it's just also not the good weather here, but despite there being many tourists, you can find these moments like now where you're just completely alone. And you know, just because there are many tourists doesn't mean that the thing itself is less interesting. Like the amount of tourists doesn't take away from the thing itself. So, can I go up here? I don't think so. Probably have to pay. But where do I need to go then? Somewhere here? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, it is not so easy as I thought. I thought there would be like an upper deck. Seems like you have to pay entrance to really get somewhere. Maybe we can just use some of these dots here. Ooh. Oh, hello. This looks like a mighty fine piece of grass. Very beautiful. And you know, with this kind of architectures, it's constantly being built. Constantly. Oh yeah, that's much better. Constantly renovated. Oh, kids, huh? You come with your kids and they're just sitting on the ground. Oh, this poor man is just completely just ahead. Yeah, well, crazy, huh? Well, this is the mainland. But what is this? Is this already... Where am I looking? I don't know if the compass is right, but... I would be looking this way, so... Could this already be... There's really nothing coming. Oh. Well, isn't this, if this is... This could be Jersey then. Can it really be so? Hard to say. Oof. Oh my god. What kind of color does this image have? Keith Barron. Tell me, Keith. You know, it's these hobby photographers that like put this. I guess in 2013 it was also just a vibe to have such kind of image quality. And you can tell that where the water is usually. Yeah. Let's have a look from even further away. Absolutely crazy. This house here is a little bit odd, but I guess that's fine. Let's go a little bit further. Isn't that just crazy place? I guess if you live there, this kind of landscape is maybe natural to you, not so much to me though. But all of these people walking from... No, it cannot be. It cannot be Jersey. It's too far away. It must have just been like these two coasts that we have seen. But are these people walking from here? Can that even be? Ah, yeah, 5 kilometers. If you come here with your car, park up here, and then the tides are so that you can walk, then you are on the thing when the tides are different, or maybe you can make it back and forth. But yeah, people are probably walking. Anyway, what I wanted to show you is this. image. Truly something. I would say. Pretty cool. Is there anything that we have not seen yet? Well, bit too bright. Wow. Sitting here. Well, I mean, we have seen this, but okay, whatever. Sitting here with a glass of French wine in the evening, being the only person on this, that would be just something. Truly amazing. But to keep it short, I will leave it here. And yeah, I wish you a lovely day. Thanks for watching and see you for the next video. Bye bye.